Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Audi A6 Prestige. This model is finished off in midnight green metallic. With the Prestige package and the Sport Plus package, MSRP is just shy of $80,000. So there's quite a lot to go over for this basically fully loaded A6. And we'll start off underneath the hood, where this is powered by the 3-liter turbocharged V6. It's paired to the 7-speed S-tronic automatic, and it pumps out 362 horsepower, 406 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive with all-wheel steering as well, and then it weighs in around 4,300 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds with a top speed of 130 miles an hour. Now up front, you'll notice the latest Audi badge along with a forward camera. There's also sensors for distance pacing along with the traditional parking sensors, a dark housing for the LEDs, and some cutouts on both sides of the bumper with some gloss black accents. It's also surrounding the grille surround, and there's a few indentations coming down the hood to give it a great look. Now this also has a set of 21-inch wheels along with the red brake calipers. There's gloss black for the lower side skirt. It's on the power folding side mirrors where there's a camera and a turn signal. And this also has a full panoramic roof. It is fixed, so there's no opening sunroof, but I will show some of those functions here shortly. You'll notice too the new design for the door handles, where you do have to reach into it in order to operate them. And then some very nice lines flowing down the side to give it that luxury vibe. Hopefully from the back you can see in the sunlight the green, which is a really neat color for this model. There's also LEDs for all the lighting, backup camera, parking sensors, and the dual exhaust. Now this also has a power operating trunk lid, and you can use the key fob of course for that, where this has a great amount of space. There's also this hook here where you can place some items. There's a 12-volt, a little bit of storage. You might be able to place some items under here, but it's mainly for some of the electronical components there, but you can also fold down the back seats to get even more space. And then you can easily close the trunk or lock the vehicle. Now, if you do lock it, this does have proximity door handles, so you can use all four to lock and unlock it. And the interior here has the manual sunshades, and then leather, carbon fiber, and Alcantara. There's also some brushed accents with Bang & Olufsen for the audio and some storage down below. And then this also has the Napa seats with a great look. Seats also fold flat, so that gives you a nice opening into the back there. And then at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's storage pockets, auxiliaries, vents, you even have heated rear seats, and then the dual zone for your temperature. So you have fan speeds and then temperature adjustments within that LCD screen. There's also the armrest with cup holders, and you can also fold down this middle seat as well. And then at my height, I have about a ½ inch of headroom, so I can sit upright and be comfortable. You can have 3 people back here, and it will work for its sizing. Now up front, you'll notice there's this control panel that has headlight adjustments. There's also the mirror controls, memory seating, child lockouts, and then the window controls are behind that. Get more storage down below, and then all the same materials, of course. And then a really nice design for the front seats with the S badge there and the bolster support. There are massaging seats, and there's a manual adjustment for that leg support. And then as we hop in and start this up, this has a flat top and bottom design to it for this leather steering wheel. On the left side, this is how you can go through the virtual cockpit. So you can push on view to bring up and hide some information, and then use the controls on the left and the right to control each side of the screen. So you can continuously push on it. You can scroll up and down depending on the screen that it's on, and you can cycle through all of this information, which is nice. There's also another control for the head-up display. So you can look at your navigation, you can have a minimal display, look at your music as well, just depending on what you need to view. This also has a heated steering wheel. There's volume tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands, along with a favorites button. So you can set this up to what you are going to use the most. Cruise controls on this left. There's also some storage, Alcantara, 1 air vent, leather for the dash, and then you have quite a lot to go through with the infotainment system. So you have some split views there. You can get into your nav and music separately, of course. You can also pull up all of the settings here to configure it to your liking. And then you can get into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, various settings. You also have some other adjustments that you can set up as needed. You can pull up your music, get into your favorites there, and then you can also get into your climate adjustments. Now you can adjust the rear, even the heated seats too, which is nice to see, and go through that information. You'll notice the temperature adjustments, heated and ventilated seats, and a few other defroster settings. There's air vents, more Alcantara, and then wireless charging, auxiliaries. There's volume, traction control, hazards, engine start stop, and then a shortcut to the driving modes. So you can go through these 3 as needed. There's also another shortcut down below where you can get into quite a lot of standard safety features and adjust all of these as needed. So you can turn on and off all of these, and you have quite a lot to go through. This is how you put it into reverse, where you can expand this angle, and then you can also minimize it. You have the top-down view on this left side, and that's how you can get into a few more angles, which is nice. And then you can put it into drive, of course, and you can pull up the forward angle as well. This also has parallel parking too. And then the e-brake is also park. There's 2 cup holders. You have storage in the armrest. There's a locking glove box, and then with the Prestige, you have a passenger screen. So you can go through some of this information here. You even have all those icons. You can shut this off too. So it's pretty cool that you have this. You can go through that as a passenger since this is angled slightly towards the driver. There's a rear view, dome lights, and then using what would be the sunshade control, you can actually adjust the sunshade within the glass. So just depending on if you want to see sunlight or if you want it a little bit more blocked, and you have a few different ways that you can do this as well. So pretty neat to see that technology. And then here's a look at visibility over both shoulders, where it's very easy to see. And still in dynamic from 2nd gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, we're up to speed, so this has a lot more potential, of course, but even with that acceleration, the shifting is very quick. So that is nice to see, to give you some of those performance features for this luxury sedan. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the latest A6. Definitely a nice design. I will say maybe some other people aren't a huge fan of the flat top bottom design for the steering wheel, or the flat top design for the steering wheel. I think it looks really good. It gives you more visibility to be able to see the head-up display, and it does block a little bit of the top of the gauge cluster there, but it's not really that much to make it significant. But it does give it a neat design, and it has a good feel as well on both sides. Now at 5'10" for the front seats, I have about 2.5 inches or so of headroom. With this height adjustable seat, I can go down to maybe 4.5 inches. So you can be much taller than me and fit comfortably in the seat. And of course, you can also turn on the massaging seats from the controls on the side. So you can easily get through all this information, and that just makes it a lot more comfortable, especially if you're going on a long cruise. I'm not sure if they would time out. In my BMW X5, I have massaging seats. After about a half hour, they will shut off and you do have to restart it. So it might be similar for these seats here. But I think it's a great layout. This large screen sticks up a little bit high, but I think it's still a good design within the dash nonetheless. And we have some fantastic materials. Now for the pricing too, I think it's definitely on par with the competition. And again, you don't have to go with this top trim line if you're not looking to spend this much money. And then with the all-wheel steering, this is very easy to maneuver. It's a long vehicle, but we were easily able to do that turnaround. And it's not loud either, but it's definitely quick, which is nice for this luxury sedan. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 Audi A6 Prestige. Once again, huge shout out to Audi Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.